Gamers, welcome to Grinds for Gamers episode 6. This is a very special episode. I'm very excited. Can you see it on my face? Anyway, as you know, if you watched my other episodes, you know that Wildstar pictures don't normally live in my kitchen. They normally live in my office. However, this is a very special episode because in just less than 2 weeks, Wildstar is going to be launching. So if you don't know what Wildstar is because you're not a gamer and you're watching this, go check it out. Wildstar-online.com. It is going to be an amazing game, so I can't wait to get playing. One of the things that I've done in the past is I've done some Wildstar themed recipes under the alias of Primal Peppercorn. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you what Kash is going to be eating on launch day. Now, I've already taken 2 days off of work, which gives me a whole span of time, almost a week, to be playing Wildstar in a row. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you probably what I'm gonna be munching on for about 2 days. Not that I'm gonna play any gaming marathon or anything, because I'm an adult and I have children and I still have responsibilities, but I don't wanna have to worry about making meals. So I'm gonna show you 3, count them, 3 Wildstar themed recipes that are primal, healthy. They're gonna taste freaking amazing. I'm very excited about doing that. First thing that I'm gonna have to do, disclaimer. It's very, very hot right now in Southern California. There's fires going on all over the place, so I'm having to monitor my phone in case I gotta go to work, and it's pretty hot upstairs. So I have my 3 naked cats probably gonna be making a cameo appearance here soon, because there's no way I'm gonna get through this whole recording without those cats jumping onto something. So anyway, expect it, or if you hear some meowing or something, them batting something across the ground. I'm gonna apron up for safety. I don't wanna get anything on my sweet Wildstar shirt. Wait until you see my new apron. It is badass. I cannot wait to show it, to don it, to show you. Let me don my apron for safety. I'll be right back. Then we're gonna get going on one of 3 recipes. I'm starting with the cookies. Here we go. All right, I'm back. As you can see, now I'm gowned up for safety. How freaking badass is this apron? Now you can also see, here's the first sighting. This is one of my naked cats. We have 3. This is Leroy. Leroy, say hello. Hey, buddy. Here's my boy. All right, so what are we even making today? Well, I'm gonna start with the cookies because they're freaking amazing and they're super easy to make. So these are gonna be called Skeech almond cookies. What's a Skeech? Well, if you know anything about Wildstar lore, a Skeech is a very annoying humanoid that can be found in lots of caves around Nexus. We are theming these cookies, the Skeech almond cookies. The next thing we're gonna make are primal pancake witches. Yeah, they're pancake witches, and they're good for you, and they're freaking awesome. I say that a lot because I like the food I eat. So we're probably gonna make those second or third. The last thing that we're gonna make is a Nexian fruit salad with very freshly hand-picked fruit from the jungles of Nexus. Let's get started. The first thing we're gonna do here is talk about the ingredients a little bit on the cookies that we're making. So I have my trusty iPad back behind me, and I'm gonna go through these ingredients a little bit. First thing we're gonna do is, I'm telling you, this is so easy, you're gonna flip out. 1 cup of crunchy almond butter. Make sure you get the crunchy because it just gives it a little more texture, and I love the crunch. The crunch is awesome, so that's why I get the crunchy almond butter. 1/3 cup of raw honey. You can use regular honey, but I'm trying to stay super primal, so I'm going with the raw honey. It is a little bit more expensive, so if you want to go with the regular stuff, then go for it. 1 egg, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, just regular old Arm & Hammer baking soda will be just fine. 1 teaspoon of almond extract. We actually just put this in to try the recipe out again, and I really dig the almond extract in there. So a 1/2 cup of chopped dried apricots, pitted. Make sure you get pitted, otherwise you're gonna have a little bit of a surprise crunch in there that you're not gonna like. So of course these aren't chopped yet. This is a 1/2 cup of cacao. Yes, cacao, dark chocolate. Cacao just has less sugar content and more antioxidants, so that's why I stick with those, and those are also paleo/primal friendly. 1/2 cup of dried apricots. Super easy. Oh, and then I have the something for another recipe that shouldn't be in here. So no doy, I'll take that out. You don't need that until later. Anyway, oh, this too, look at that. Almond flour. We're gonna take that out. You can see how prepared and excited Kash is today. So anyway, let's get rocking on this. We'll put all these ingredients in there, get it mixed up, and I'm gonna show you how good, how fluffy, how wonderful, how paleo friendly these cookies are. There is basically no sugar other than the sugar that is in the cacao. So that's really what's gonna give it the sweetness and a little bit of the honey too. So here we go, let's mix it up. Cookie time. Like I was saying before, you guys are gonna flip out at how easy this is, and you kind of look at these ingredients and you wonder, well, what is the binding agent? What's gonna keep these things, or what's gonna make them fluffy? Well, the egg makes them fluffy, and all we're doing is we're gonna put everything in here. Good. And then once, this is the almond butter, and this is 1 cup of almond butter, half a cup of the raw honey, and here's the easy part. Everything's already cut up. Check it, boom. Those are the cacao, get in there, sucker. The pitted chopped dates, get in there. Apricots. And this is the baking soda. This is a half a teaspoon of baking soda. And now, 1/4 teaspoon sea salt, boom, look at that. Here's your egg. Of course, this is a free range, cage-free egg. Natural almond flavoring, this is just that almond extract I was telling you guys about. 1 teaspoon. We're gonna guesstimate it. That's about right. Boom. Now we're gonna mix. Here's the bowl. All the ingredients are in there. We're gonna start mixing. Here's the key with this. Eventually, it's just gonna look like a sloppy mess. But eventually, this is going to bind, and it's gonna make just basically a big ball, for lack of a better term. What you wanna do is keep mixing until the whole thing starts to bind, and the egg, just mix by hand, the egg will actually start to bind everything, and then the almond butter will also bind everything. So just keep mixing until it kind of forms a ball. So you can see it's kind of formed a ball a little bit in there. It's a little bit warmer in here than it was last time I made the cookie, so it didn't quite form the ball as well. So drop it right on a cookie sheet. I use wax paper because I absolutely loathe doing dishes. So you're gonna cook at about 350 for 10 minutes, and that's it. So I'll get these plopped on here and we'll throw them in the oven. All right, 350 for 10 minutes. Check it out, cookies are done. I ate a couple of them. All right, I'm back. That's enough screwing around, Kash. Actually, like I was saying, it's a hot day today, and I'm just listening to reggae, cruising around, taking this nice quiet time while my little girl's at school to put together recipes for you. So anyway, let's get started with our primal pancakes, which is going to be the first step in making our primal pancake witches. So the first thing we gotta do is make the pancakes, and yes, oh my God, it's completely paleo, completely primal. So we're gonna start off with 2 bananas, just drop them into a bowl. This whole thing is gonna get completely mashed up, and that's gonna be your pancake batter. So try to go with a little more ripe bananas because they're just gonna mash up a little bit better. 2 eggs, and I got this one to the brim, so I gotta be careful not to spill. Bam, 2 eggs right there. That is what's gonna help it to bind. So 1 cup of almond flour or almond meal, kind of the same thing, but this is what's gonna give you the cakey feel. Okay, got that. Now, just for a little bit of antiox, I threw in some flaxseed, some ground flaxseed, drop that right in there. And that'll also give them a little bit of color. Okay, this is where I get real technical with my measurements again. I'm going about a cup of almond butter. And once again, I like to use the crunchy. So there's about a cup. You can tell this is an exact science. So as I reach over and grab a spoon to get out my honey, I'm back. We're gonna go about a 1/4 cup of honey. Once again, a very exact science. After a while, you kind of get an eye for it. So there you go. Okay, so that's pretty much it. The only other thing that you're going to need once we make the batter, a little bit of coconut oil, which is what we're gonna cook it with. So I'm gonna mix this up. I'm gonna move the camera so you can see me mixing this up, and then we're gonna get right over to the griddle and start cooking them up. Step 1, paleo primal pancake witches. All right, so here we go. When you mix this up, if you want to do it the hard way, use that. If you want to do it the easy way, use one of these guys. That's what I'm going to do. So let's move that over to the side and just start mashing. Okay, so now you can see the consistency that you want it. Basically looks like pancake batter. So that is what we're gonna cook. We're gonna cook it on medium to high heat in a skillet with some coconut oil. You can also use some Pam spray or something like that, or you can use a ghee if you want, or a Kerrygold butter. But I like using coconut oil because coconut oil gives it a little bit more flavor and it kind of crisps up the edges a little bit better. So we're gonna get to cooking those, and simultaneously we're also gonna do our bacon and our pork patties, and those are also part of the recipe. Bacon!
Listen to that sizzle.
That's bacon. Next part. Now, I've already started the bacon. The bacon is sizzling over there. If you were in the kitchen, you could smell the aroma that is just about making me want to stop the video and eat the friggin' bacon. Next, we gotta move to the sausage patties. Now, instead of sausage, I went with lean ground pork. This is about 90% meat, about 10% fat, and a super easy way to do it. I just grab it, drop it into my mixing bowl. We're gonna go with a bit of sea salt, flavor it up, some good old black pepper. Now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna mix it up, and then I'm gonna make these into patties. Just give it a quick mix and form some patties. Now these patties are gonna be cooked in one of these pans over here with a little bit of olive oil or coconut oil. Just stay away from that veggie oil. But this is gonna be part of your pancake witch. So we'll make a couple of these. We're gonna get over there and start cooking. We gotta cook, the bacon's already done, so we gotta cook up the pancakes. Show you how to do that. And then we're gonna cook up these guys right here. We're gonna fry an egg, and we're gonna build a sandwich. Ready? We've got a little bit of coconut oil in here. This is already hot, ready to go. And so I'm gonna cook the pancakes in here, and then right over here is where I'm going to cook the sausage patties, or the pork patties. All right, so you can see I've already flipped the pancakes. You may have to turn down the heat just a little bit. You can see I got some hot spots on my stove. So you can turn down the heat a little bit to medium and just be patient with it, but rest assured they will cook up real good. And I'm just about to throw on the pork. We are almost there, my friends. The last part before we build, fry an egg. Last step of the process. You know, I heard somewhere once, somebody said, if you build it, they will eat the shit out of it. It's time to build. Super easy process. What you do, here's the bottom of your pancake witch. You are going to put your patty on top of that. You're going to grab your egg, slide it right on top, right there. Your bacon, pure maple syrup, go organic, just a dash, and top it. Boom. There you are, my friends. The primal pancake witch. We're almost there, guys. The last recipe that I'm going to teach you today is a super easy one. It's one that you could probably come up with on your own. We're giving it the Wildstar spin, and we are going to call it Nexian fruit salad. I know we've already talked about it before on previous videos, but just make sure that if weight loss is a factor, the intake of fruits is kept to a minimum, and I'm kind of using this as a treat. So this is really going to be my dessert throughout the day as I am on my gaming marathon with Wildstar upon launch. Basically, I'm just going to cut the stuff up, we're going to put it in here, and I'm going to show you a very good source carbohydrates. We're going to have a little bit of lime, give it some taste, and then right here, this is a full cup of unsweetened shredded coconut. So that's going to add in some good fats for you. So basically, mangoes, fresh organic blueberries, outstanding antioxidant source, a pineapple, and this is a guava. If you've never had a guava, it's a rather interesting taste. You're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, but it's a very tropical sweet fruit. Let's talk about the guava for a second. What you're gonna do when you, that's a papaya, and that's me being really dumb. So I've done that before with cauliflower. It's not really that big of a deal. You guys just kind of roll with it. When you are in the store and you're trying to pick a good one, what do you look for? First of all, you want to make sure that it has a little bit of tenderness to it. You don't want them super hard. Now, it might be kind of hard to see, but if you look, you'll see that they start to get some little dents like this. And these little dents will get a little bit discolored. There'll be some different colors of yellows and greens in there, but look for those little dents. When you can see those, it means the inside is ripe and sweet and ready to rock, okay? Now, the other thing is with the mangoes, you wanna give them a little squeeze and just make sure that they're a little bit soft. And you can actually smell the sweetness on the mangoes. You don't smell the sweet on the mangoes if they're all green, no red, and they're hard, no good. You wanna look for the soft ones. Pineapples. I learned a trick. Normally I thought that if you smell them, they're a little bit soft and they're sweet. Not so much. Actually learned this from somebody at the local health food store that I go to. Go to the top of your pineapple, look for some of the inner leaves on the very top. Don't poke your finger, reach in there and see if those things pull out easily. See how easily that pulled out? That is indicative of a very ready to go and sweet pineapple. If that trick doesn't work, I'm both going back to the store and I'll put a disclaimer on the video, but I think the guy probably knew what he was talking about, so that's gonna work. As for a lime, just feel to make sure it's got a little bit of squish in it and you're looking for ones that have that really deep, rich green and not too much of like a light pale green. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this stuff up. We're gonna put it inside the bowl. We're gonna do a little mix job with it. I'm gonna bring all the stuff we made today, put it all together, and I have a metric crap ton of dishes to do over there. Okay guys, this is a pro tip. A little trick that I learned from some of the people who have been to Nexus, the developers. If you get one of these papayas from deep inside the jungles of Nexus, if you open them up and there's little black seeds in it, you better run because they're very toxic. So let's hope there's nothing inside this one. Looks pretty good so far. Oh! Oh! Okay, everything's chopped. Everything goes into the white bowl. Try not to drop everything. That's a lot of fruit. So just remember, like I was saying before, where weight loss is a factor, you want to limit how much fruit you're eating. All right, fruit goes in there. Pour in your blueberries, squeeze your lime, pour in your coconut, and toss. If you want to get real adventurous, you can put some coconut milk into this, and you want to get the canned stuff. Put about a half a cup of that into this to add a little bit more good fats and a little bit more coconut flavor to it to accent your dried coconuts. There you have it. So there you have it, Wildstar fans. Primal pancake witches, Nexian fruit salad, and Skeech almond cookies. Enjoy your Wildstar launch. This was a pretty long episode. It was hard. I took all morning doing this. It was like really hard. It was almost as hard as trying to secure my name for Wildstar on the 13th. Too soon? All right, fans. Enjoy your launch. I'm gonna enjoy mine. Send me some recipes, healthy foods. What do you eat for your game launches? Kash at grindsforgamers.com. The only thing left is to find a dirty Dominion player to feed these Nexian papaya seeds to. See you next time on Grinds for Gamers.